Creators getting paid to post on Threads don't understand its algorithm either. The FCC launched a formal inquiry into why broadband data caps are terrible. And Hilton and Be My Eyes team up to make hotels more accessible for blind and low vision users. It's Wednesday, October 16th, and this is Engadget News. An artist who was able to pay off credit card debt, a photographer making extra cash by replying to the most polarizing posts she could find, a food blogger trying to start interesting conversations. These are some of the creators Meta is paying to post on Threads. Meta introduced the invitation-only program in April, but has only shared limited details about how it works. Engadget spoke with half a dozen creators who have joined the program over the last few months, and they described their strategies for reaching the required engagement metrics and the sometimes confusing nature of Threads' recommendation algorithm. Creators are sorted into different tiers of the program, which determines how much their bonuses can be and what kinds of metrics their posts need to hit. None of the creators who spoke with Engadget knew how or why they had been selected for the bonus program, though they all had an established following on Instagram. One of the known requirements is a professional account on Instagram. Audrey Woolard is a photographer with more than 25,000 followers on Instagram and about 5,500 followers on Threads. She uses her Facebook and Instagram accounts to promote her portrait photography business, but when she was invited to the Threads bonus program, she saw an opportunity to experiment with different types of content. Her strategy is all about replies, she said, and she exclusively focuses on replying to other users' posts rather than creating her own. By focusing on replies, she says she's able to reach the required 60 threads with at least 750 views each to qualify for a $500 monthly bonus. This has helped her become particularly attuned to the types of subjects that are likely to attract a lot of views. Specifically, she looks for topics that people tend to have strong opinions about, like marriage, parenting, aging, and politics, though she tries to avoid replying to obvious engagement bait. Woolard's experience is not unique. Threads defaults to a For You timeline that relies heavily on recommended posts rather than posts from accounts you already follow. Meta has also said it does not want to encourage users to post about news and politics. Perhaps as a consequence of this, Threads' For You feed often feels a lot slower and less focused on current events than on X. What the algorithm does prioritize, though, is posts that get a lot of replies, even if they are about a seemingly mundane topic. This has led to a bizarrely random quality to the feed, what blogger Max Reed dubbed the gas leak social network. It's not uncommon to see a recommended post from someone you're totally unconnected to talking about a trivial inconvenience or a medical condition or some other anodyne anecdote. What these posts do have in common, though, is lots of replies. And there's a lot more to this article, and you can find it at Engadget.com. The Federal Communications Commission announced that it will open a renewed investigation into broadband data caps and how they impact both consumer experience and company competition. The FCC is soliciting stories from consumers about their experiences with capped broadband service. The agency also opened a formal notice of inquiry to collect public comment that will further inform its actions around broadband data caps. FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel said, restricting consumers' data can cut off small businesses from their customers, slap fees on low-income families, and prevent people with disabilities from using the tools they rely on to communicate. Rosenworcel continued, saying that as the nation's leading agency on communications, it's our duty to dig deeper into these practices and make sure that consumers are put first. This topic has been a hot one of late, and the FCC launched another notice of inquiry about the practice of capping internet access last year. In April of this year, the agency successfully required that ISPs offer clear information labels on their service plans, detailing additional fees, discounts, and upload and download speeds. Data caps could also come under additional fire as the FCC attempts to restore net neutrality rules, which classify broadband as an essential service. Returning net neutrality has not been a simple journey, however, as the agency faces legal challenges from broadband providers. Hilton has teamed up with Be My Eyes to make hotel stays more accessible for blind and low-vision guests. The free app links users with sighted volunteers and companies who can help them navigate spaces and complete tasks using video calls. By going to the app's service directory, selecting the hotels option, then the name of the Hilton brand they're staying at, Be My Eyes users will be connected to dedicated teams at the chain. Hilton staff members can talk users through actions such as finding and adjusting the thermostat in the room, making coffee, adjusting window coverings, and moving to different areas of the hotel. The partnership covers brands including Waldorf Astoria, Conrad, DoubleTree by Hilton, and Hampton by Hilton, though only in the U.S. and Canada for now. Hilton and Be My Eyes first got together last year to help train the latter's Be My AI language model, which uses GPT-4. The aim was to improve the model's ability to recognize objects in Hilton hotel rooms and how to traverse the spaces. Be My Eyes also uses AI to capture text from things like menus and toiletry bottles to help users understand what's written on them. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from senior editor Carissa Bell and contributors Anna Wishenko and Chris Holt, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.